up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing X-Men Apocalypse. This one came out in 2016 and was directed by Bryan Singer and stars Oscar Isaac and James McAvoy. Now, before we start, just to like button, subscribe, and post notification bells so you know for every video. Let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So, all the acting in this film, I thought they're all great. I thought every single character was fantastic, and the performances were very, very well done. The opening sequence I thought was cool, especially Apocalypse, played by Oscar Isaac, who was phenomenal. Transferring his soul with another Egyptian and destroying an Egyptian temple. I thought it was a very cool opening sequence, especially the way it was shot, the CGI, everything about it was very, very cool. It's basically Apocalypse becoming Apocalypse, or the villain that we know in the entire film. The cinematography, which includes shots of cameras and lighting, is very, very well done. I really enjoyed how this film looks from a cinematography standpoint. Everything about it, the lighting, was fantastic, especially in some of the sequences in the second and third acts of the film. The first act of the film, I thought it was good. It sets up the characters well. We know most of these characters already, so they don't need to do too much setup for them. But of course, the villain Apocalypse, we do get that backstory in the opening, which I thought helped enhance his character and make him more creepy and terrifying as a villain. There's also a reveal that Magneto, played by Michael Fassbender, has a family, and I thought it was a great reveal. Because we knew that he sort of did have a family of his own during that time, but we didn't really see them or fully understand that he did, and it goes right into it, and I thought it was great. There's also a great relationship between Professor X, played by James McAvoy, and Cyclops, played by Ty Sheridan, who Cyclops, played by Ty Sheridan, he's very, very good in this film. As Cyclops, he's very good. Their relationship develops a lot in this film, and you can see that those two characters really have sort of this bond. This father-son bond. There's also an awesome awakening Apocalypse scene where Apocalypse just awakens, and like I said, Oscar Isaac is fantastic as Apocalypse, and that sequence was awesome. There's also a great relationship between Professor X and Jean Grey, played by Sophie Turner. Sophie Turner is very good as Jean Grey. They have a great relationship between, of course, she's very, very powerful. Professor X wants her to try to control her powers, use them against evil and not against good people, of course, and I thought it was a great relationship. Apocalypse, played by, of course, Oscar Isaac, is a great villain. He's very, very creepy. And Oscar Isaac, like I said, is very, very good as Apocalypse. And he brings his own flavor to this sort of villain that could have been just a standard villain, which in some aspects he is. But in others, when you actually see the villain throughout the entire film, you see that he's really a meaningful villain to the story. The second act of the film, I thought it was good enough. I enjoyed the character developments, what they did with the characters in the second act. It was fun enough. There's also a great Quicksilver scene. Evan Peters is fantastic as Quicksilver. He saves everyone in Professor X's school. I believe it was a destruction sequence in the school. All the kids are in there, whatever. And of course, in slow motion, he goes and he saves all these kids, and he ends up saving all of them. And I thought it worked very, very well. There's also a great relationship between Jean Grey and Cyclops. Now, Jean Grey and Cyclops do have a sort of relationship in this film, and I thought it was great. It was very well handled. And you can see that they really do care for each other. There's also a great reveal of Colonel Stryker in the second act. Yes, Colonel Stryker is back in this film, and he has a reveal in the second act. It's not major, but it is sort of important for the second act. There's also an awesome reveal and cameo of the Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, in the second act of the film. It is awesome. Wolverine just goes crazy, and he's attacking all the soldiers, of course, with his claws, and it's one of the best sequences in the entire film. There's also many emotional sequences, especially Magneto's family's death. Magneto's family dies in this film, and it is emotional because you actually care about Magneto's character and what he's been through. And like I said, Michael Fassbender is fantastic. There are also some hilarious sequences in this film. This is a dark film, but they did place the comedy well enough in this film. The third act of the film is very entertaining. I really enjoyed the third act of this film. The final battle I thought was great, especially the X-Men versus Apocalypse. Magneto temporarily, Storm temporarily, and they also fight Betsy Braddock, or Psylocke, which is sort of the villain with Apocalypse. And the reason I say Magneto and Storm temporarily is because they do go and fight with the heroes, and I thought it was fantastic. Magneto versus Apocalypse, the final battle, is awesome. Magneto just goes 110% against Apocalypse, and you can see Apocalypse is still very, very strong, but Magneto is of course, meeting his match with Apocalypse. But the entire fight sequence was filmed very, very well. I enjoyed every single sequence about that fight. Um, Jean Grey, or Dark Phoenix, is awesome in the final battle. She uses her powers in it, and like I said, she is obviously one of, if not the most powerful character out of all these X-Men. And when she actually goes 100%, it's awesome. And the ending sequence, I thought it was great, especially new X-Men recruits that are initiated by Mystique. Um, and Mystique is, of course, played by Jennifer Lawrence, and she's great in the film. And I thought the ending sequence was great. That's all the good that I have. Now to move on to the bad. So there are some slow sequences that could be condensed a bit. I did not really need a lot of sequences in that second act, but other than that, I found it to be a very entertaining film. So X-Men Apocalypse is a good continuation of the X-Men franchise, and I highly recommend it, and I'm going to give X-Men Apocalypse a B+. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you know every video. I'm Peter. Thanks for watching.